Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a quick first impressions on the Civivi Fraction. Just wanted to quickly show you the box here. It comes without the pouch that we're used to seeing from Civivi, and that's to keep the price point nice and low. Let's go ahead and take a look at the knife. There you go. So I do think this is a pretty darn attractive knife. You know, my initial thought is, hey, that's a pretty knife. I was curious about this for a couple of reasons. So first of all, it's really cheap, and if you take the $28 price point and add my 10% discount from White Mountain Knives, it gets even cheaper. So it was pretty compelling for that reason. Secondly, I kind of like this concept. It's a very modern looking knife, and yet done in a traditional opening mechanism, which is a slip joint here. And did I mention it's really cheap? That's pretty darn good for, I mean, getting a reliable, decent knife of any kind for less than 30 bucks is pretty compelling. And finally, I guess there are some of you watching this where, you know, a lot of the knives I review won't be legal where you are, but this one is going to be pretty safe to carry anywhere, and you're going to get most of the features and functions we look for on a modern folder, but in a locking or a non-locking folder so that it's widely legal. So those are the reasons I wanted to check this out. Let's do a quick rundown here. Just a warning, you're not going to see all of the same. Well, the blade steel is the biggest difference. HCR 14 MOV on the blade here. That's about the worst blade steel that we've seen from Civivi, but they were trying to hit this $30 price point. Okay, and you know, HCR 13 MOV is decent steel, right? The fact is, most of us don't need these high-end crazy steels, and so, you know, for the price, I'm not going to complain about that. Nice big opening hole in this blade, stonewash, hollow grind, very, very thin edge. Now, this is just a first impressions. I haven't had a lot of chance to use this, but given what I know about blades, this is going to slice really, really well. Moving on to the slip joint action, it's not bad. Two-hand opening, one-hand opening. It's okay. It's not as enjoyable as some slip joints that I've had, at least initially. I'll clean this out and lubricate it and stuff and see what happens for the future. It's a slip joint on phosphor bronze, which is great. G10 handle. Obviously a full backspacer because of the back spring there. Deep carry clip with flush screws. I'm happy to see the last few budget knives I've had have had these flush screws, and so that's definitely a good move. Heavily milled out to save some weight. And actually, thinking of that size and weight, let's give you a quick rundown here. So 7 and 11/16 overall, just under 7 3/4 there. 3 and 5/16 on the blade, so just over 3 1/4. 4 and 3/8 handle, 9 and 3/16 grip area, and it weighs in at only 2.9 ounces, which for a 7 and almost 3/4 inch knife is pretty darn good. I don't think I've forgotten anything, but let me give you my initial thoughts. So what I first think here when I see this knife is, hey, that's a nice looking knife. It comes in at a really good price, and it does offer, you know, a modern design, modern materials in a traditional style, which is definitely going to be appealing. And especially for those of you who live in areas where certain lock types are restricted, this could be a really, really nice option. So there you go, guys. I'm always happy to get a good knife at a good price, and this seems to fit the bill. I'm going to spend some time with this. I'll cut with it. I'll see how the HCR 14 holds up. You know, I'm not expecting anything miraculous, but more just acceptable. All right, so we'll tell you how that goes. The only initial, you know, question I have is this is pretty small. It almost reminds me of like a 940 in terms of how hand filling it is or how not hand filling it is. So I'll give that a try and see if that bothers me moving forward. And then I'll share all of that with you in a full review in a few weeks' time. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out those channel sponsors. We will talk to you soon.